Visiting with the head coach of the Lusk Tigers, who are in the Class 1A 9-man championship Friday at 5 p.m. as they play against one of their old CWAC rivals in the Southeast Cyclones. And Coach, first of all, thanks for taking some time out of your schedule to visit with me about this game. First of all, what have you seen out of your squad as they've kind of gone throughout the first 10 games of your schedule to get you to this championship game?
Well, there's definitely been some ups and downs, kind of just, adjusting to the 9-man game and the wide openness that there is in that now. We kind of were down for a while after losing back-to-back games and wasn't real sure what we were going to have when Saratoga came here that last week, but the boys have responded well, and they're playing well right now.
As you look at things, you've had one of the better running attacks in 9-man all season long. I think you guys are putting up close to 480 yards per game on the ground. What has made you so successful in that regard?
Our boys just have a hard-nosed attitude, and they like to play downhill and just run at people. We've got a nice group of running backs to pick from, so that gives us a lot of options to carry the ball.
Talk about Drake Lamp in particular, a young man who's got, over 2,800 yards rushing on the season. What have you seen out of him?
Well, Drake's he's a special athlete. It's all comes very natural to him, and he gets some room. He's hard to catch.
Well, you guys put together a big win to get a little payback from a regular season loss at Rocky Mountain. What worked so well in that semifinal game last Friday?
We just came out with energy and kind of jumped on them early in the first quarter. We got a couple onside kicks early, so I think they might have ran 4 plays the entire first quarter, so that helps our defense if the offense is on the field the entire time.
I certainly understand that perspective. As you get ready to rematch against Southeast, how much of a benefit is that going against a team that you've already seen this season?
It should be beneficial in that we've seen them. We kind of know what they like to do. Our kids know the majority of their kids haven't played against them, since middle school, so
right.
That definitely should help.
As I mentioned at the top, an old CWAC battle. How nice is that to kind of having the Southeast corner spotlighted in the 1A 9-man title game for, basically the first time in a long time that we've had a 1A 9-man title game?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've known Coach Bullington and those guys since back when I played for Lusk, so it's just kind of cool to get to go down there and see what happens.
Well, I don't want you to date yourself in particular. What do you look at when you see Coach Bullington's squad there at Southeast?
They've got a lot of athletes. They got a big group of experienced juniors and seniors, and you got to plan for everything because they've got several quality backs, and quarterback's been a 4-year starter and a lot of big linemen. So we've got our work cut out for us.
Speaking of that, what maybe pushes you over the top? I don't want you to give away your game plan or anything, but what do you need to see out of your squad that gets you, in a good position to possibly win a title for Lusk?
I think they just need to come with energy like we have the last 3 weeks and play our game, take care of the ball, obviously, and that should help.
Coach Nelson, I appreciate your time. Best of luck Friday against Southeast in the 9-man championship.
All right, thanks a lot.
I'm now visiting with the head coach of the Southeast Cyclones, Mark Bullington, and his squad gets a chance to host the Class 1A 9-man state championship game Friday against their old CWAC rival in the Lusk Tigers and Coach Nelson. And first of all, Coach Bullington, thanks so much for taking some time to chat with me about the championship. When we talked very, very early in the season, you knew that you had a veteran squad coming back. You kind of figured you might have a good year, but what has your squad shown you throughout this 2020 season to get to this point and be 10-0 and hosting the title game?
They're very focused. Most of these kids have started for 3 and sometimes 4 years. Some of them have started for 4 years. And, we had the 0-8 season, and then we battled back last year, and they're really focused on what are holding, which, realistically, it's to win the state championship. It always has been.
As you look at your squad, where have you seen maybe the most progress throughout this season in particular?
I thought our offensive line has really kind of come together. The 9-man fit us a little better because we were short on linemen. And those guys, when you have 3 seniors that have played together for a long time, 3 or 4 or 5 seniors have played together. Actually, I have 8 starting, so they kind of figure out what each other's strengths are and what they need to do. So, like I said, they've been real focused.
You guys are second in the division in total defense. What have you seen on that side of the ball in particular that's made you so successful in slowing down opponents a lot?
Well, has to do with my defensive coordinator. The guy watches a lot of film. He eats and lives, breathes defense, and I just think that he's probably the best defensive coordinator, in the state of Wyoming. He just knows what to run, and we drill it, and we drill it, and we drill it, and kids do their assignments, and that's the way we approach defense.
As I have seen things pop up game by game throughout this 2020 season and keeping track of you guys, what has Cord Herring meant to this squad, both offensively and defensively?
Well, Cord's a big dude. I mean, and the first time we played Lusk, he was kind of banged up. He had a shoulder that was really not in good shape. So he's a load when he carries the ball, and he plays good defense, and very coachable.
Has there been anything, Mark, that surprised you about your team here in 2020?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, some of our younger kids have stepped up. When we only suit up, I think we're only suiting up 21 kids.
Wow.
So when you have 8 seniors, we play. There's quite a few juniors that play. We have some sophomores that play, but it's hard to sit those seniors on the sideline when it's their last year, and if games get out of hand. We played, I think, our first playoff game against Riverside. I don't think our starting offense played the whole second half. So get those kids some reps, and nothing really has surprised me about this crew.
Now you get a chance to rematch against Lusk. You guys won the regular season contest. What did you take away from that game kind of entering this one, Coach?
Well, there's some things we need to fix. The Lamp kid can run the ball. I mean, when you're averaging that many, I know we held him down a little bit that first time, but the potential's there. We've got to control him. We've got to keep the ball away from him. We've got to tackle in space. Don't turn the ball over. Just good fundamental football.
Yeah, as you look at Coach Nelson's squad, what do you see, in addition to Drake Lamp running the football very well, what else do you see about the Tigers that kind of catches your eye a little bit?
Well, they fly to the ball. I mean, their defense flies to the ball. And, they got a big fullback that runs hard. They're just going to smash mouth football. That's Lusk from Jerry Fulmer days,
Yep.
I've been around long enough to know that, when you've been here for 30-some years, you've seen it hasn't changed much. They're going to just be physical, and they're just going to run the ball at you.
As you look at some things with your squad, what's got to be successful without giving away your game plan? What do you need to see from your squad to give yourself the best opportunity Friday night?
We need to score when we're down in the red zone. I mean, there's been a few times this year we've kind of sputtered a little bit, but we're going to have to score. We have to take care of the football. The scoring opportunities don't come around all the time, especially against a team like Lusk. So we've got to score when we're down there.
Coach, I greatly appreciate your time. Best of luck Friday night hosting the championship game in Class 1A 9-man.
Okay, thanks, Dave.